Coaches, you have 5 minutes remaining for changes to the first attempt.
A lot of emotions, so I put all that into the bar, and when I lift the bar, you know, it's just power, power, power. Can you make me seem aggressive? Obviously, from past the accident, you know, all those things that happened to me, it still gets to me. Along the way, like, the anger kind of becomes into something positive, because it helps me push the bar, break the bar, as we say. The aim is showing that people with disabilities are kind of the same as people with able bodies. We can compete, we can, you know, do sports. We're all the same, but in our own unique ways, you know. Any sport, it can be your sport if you put your mind to it. You fight hard enough for it, it's yours.
Don't disrespect the bar, but give it hell. So I started in 2016. Paralympics. I was very keen from the beginning.
Attention coaches, 1 minute remaining for changes to the first attempt.
So here we go, Group B coming up, and we've got 10 in this, 10 really good campaigners as well. Starting off with an attempt of 118 for Megan Agailikov. In this Group B, the men's 49 kilo final, and we go all the way up in this group to 143, Haj Ahmed Bayor of Algeria. Greetings again from Will Downing and Mary Hodge. We've had 2 groups already, and now we have the 20 heaviest campaigners. And the first 10 of these are coming out now. in ascending order, Mekan Agalikov of Turkmenistan, going for 120. Yebalat Karabay, Kazakhstan, going for 120 as well. Japan, Tetsuo Nishizaki, two is in the legends category. Parman Bashi of India is as well. Turkey and Mohamed Aktürk. Angola, Pedro Adao. For Cuba, Manuel Gonzalez, the 20-year-old as he still is. Next up for France, Alex Adelaide. Nando Tunkel of Hungary is next. Algeria, Haj Ahmed Bayour will be going for the heaviest attempt, at the moment anyway, in this opening round of 143. That obviously, as the next 20 minutes or so will go, that may well change. These are the 10 that we're seeing coming up in Group B of this men's 49 kilo final in Dubai at the Hilton Al Habtoor City. So we're very close to the Burj Khalifa. I'm going to tell you sometime how close it is to walk. At reasonably normal pace. It seems close. Miles away. Anyway, referees draw. If you've not been with us for the first half of this competition, there is a separate referees draw for each group, and these are the referees for this group. Center referee, Yasser Musla of Yemen. The left side referee, Sari Azuzuddin of Malaysia. The right side referee from Czechia, the Czech Republic, Veronika Kuchtova. Gary Ciaffarelli of Italy is the technical controller, and the technical delegate, Zita Kierka, who's too busy to be on stage for things like this. So, everybody's ready, and we've got 10 coming up here in this Group B. Going all the way up to 143, and some serious names beginning to show up. We're getting a lot more major championship medalists as well. Chance of leaping up out of this group to maybe going high.
And they're in the back warming up, doing their last warm-ups, 80 to 90%. Some will go up to 100% and then come out and execute that same lift as their opening attempt. Then they'll stay warm, jackets, towels, make sure those muscles stay nice and flexible to get a little hydration and be ready to rock and roll. Let's go.
Well, this is what's happening behind the scenes. So Angola have their second competitor here in the form of Pedro Adao. He's just working out and keeping it level, so there's no need in that instance the heaviest of weights on, Alex Adelaide as well. We're all situated and ready for them to come out and to perform. To see the same names coming up. So again, for those of you who have not joined us up to this point, so new venue, by the way, if you've not joined us already. Usually it's at the Dubai Club for People of Determination. It's in the Hilton Al Habtoor City this time. So different location, right in the center of Dubai. Dubai Club for People of Determination. There is due to be the return of the World Cup there in future seasons, but skipping this one because it is a World Championship here in Dubai. Now here's a very interesting man representing Turkmenistan. It's Mekan Agaylikov, who's competed in everything, but this is his first international event since 2015. Fifth in the World Championships when they were last held in Dubai 9 years ago. That was his last World Championships. He was 8th in the Paralympic Games in London, 5th in the Asian Championships in 2015 when they were held in Almaty in Kazakhstan, and 6th in the Asian Games in 2014 when they were in Incheon. So here he comes, 120, and this to have the heaviest lift so far, and he has done it. It is a good lift, and welcome back. 120, he's got that in, and that is really impressive. Job done. And away he goes. What a really impressive lift. Exquisite. Excellent.
Straight up, no issues whatsoever. Lockout, straight to the back. Really well done. Absolutely perfect.
So we go on to Yerbalat Karabay for Kazakhstan, the America's Open Championship silver medalist last year. He's been a World Junior bronze medalist in 2019. In his home country, it was Nur Sultan then. It's gone back to Astana now. Ruslan Graev, having been his coach for quite a few years in his career. European Open, 8th last year in Tbilisi. Ended up being disqualified in the Asia Oceania Championships. Some technical issue cropping up. 120 is his target here. Well, 120 for Yerbalat Karabay, and that is a good lift as well. So that's 3 white lights for him. And Karabay has got his account open, and open very, very well indeed. That was a really, really nice piece of lifting. He's He's done well there with that 120.
Absolutely excellent. Straight down, hold on the chest, straight up. No issues whatsoever. Nice hyperextension on his chest to keep that bar nice and tight. Really nicely done.
The bar is now loaded for the first attempt representing Japan, Tetsuo Nishizaki.
Oh, he did really well, and he has a lot to celebrate from that. It's how you always want to start your competitions. So now, another competitor for Japan. He's another in the Legends category. Already seen some really strong campaigning in this from Hiroshi Miura, who leads in terms of the total lift in the Legends category. New set of medals, the total. New set of medals, actually the Legends as well. So Nishizaki going for 120 here from Japan. He was 5th in the Asia Oceania Championships last year. 6th in the 2 previous to that, and 4th in the last edition of the Asian Games in Jakarta 5 years ago, with the next edition coming up. He's been Japanese champion a good few times. He's with the Nomura Company Club. He's having a good look at the clock, because he's obviously waiting for the ding to go for the minute. Which it will soon. So here he is going for it, and going for it strong.
It's a good
And that is a good lift. Well, that's powerful stuff from him. He's got his way onto the board. And now, that certainly puts it up to the rest, even in terms of the Legends competition, which is the new Masters age class in this. So he's going for 2 sets of medals.
Straight up, really nicely done. No hesitation. He gets off, he knows. I did well. Great job. Nice confidence too.
representing India, Farman Pasha.
Farman Basha of India coming now. So Farman Basha ready to go. We saw him actually in the Dubai World Cup last year. Asia Oceania bronze medalist, Asian Games silver medalist previously. Asia Oceania silver in 2018, bronze in 2015. America's Open silver in 2018, Asian Games silver that same year, bronze prior to that. And he's finished 4th in the Paralympic Games twice. Great career already, nowhere near done yet. Farman Basha, 128, and it is no lift for him, I'm afraid. So that, well, a little bit costly in terms of the total lift, and I'll tell you what that means. It means Hiroshi Miura is going to win a medal in the total lift in the Legends. That is guaranteed now.
Yes, he really had a struggle on the way up. You could see it looked like a stop. He stops straight up. He really struggles here. The bar goes back towards the rack and finally goes up. So that was going to be 3 red lights. He just needs to touch the chest, hold, and go straight up towards the ceiling. He'll get it the next time.
So we move on, and this is Mohamed Aktek for Turkey. And he's going for 130. 23 years old. He is still reasonably new to the scene. The European champion from last year. What an introduction that was. Now, he didn't register a mark in the World Championships where he made his big debut 2 years ago in Tbilisi, but he returned and really did spectacularly produce the goods
1 minute remaining.
to be crowned the European champion. So he can go heavy. It's what shows you the strength and depth of the field and the world scene that he's in Group B here, being European champion. The man from Dusja gets it. Spectacular lift. Really, really impressive. And that gives him the lead. We may be in Group B. He'll be having to go up as high as he can. He gets 130.
Just hoping he's okay. When he got up, he grabbed his right shoulder to indicate that something was bothering him. Really nice press straight up, a nice knockout. Let's hope he didn't injure himself. He's rubbing that right shoulder like something's bothering him. Let's hope he has a physio.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed for him as we go to Angola and Pedro Adao. Pedro Adao made his major championship debut in Cairo and won a bronze medal at the African Championships. And now here he is on his World Championship debut. Again, it says a lot that the big, strong field in this weight division, that a strong continental medalist has to come in Group B. So he's going here at 130. And that too is a good lift for Adao. That is fantastic for the Angolan. His second major championship, and he succeeds. Good lift, and that leaps him up the table. And all they can do is just put as many of those lifts in as possible, and maybe, just maybe, they can wade into Group A.
Straight up, nice and tight, ready to rack it. He'll jump up now because he looks more confident after getting that attempt for sure.
Alex Adelaide comes now for France, going for 135. A great, experienced campaigner. And a man whose name is so familiar. He was a para-athlete for many years, a 4x4 bronze medalist in the Worlds in 2015, which were in Doha. And now he switched to para-powerlifting from Chavny, the Anthony 92 Andy Sport Para Club. He competed 2 Paralympics ago in Rio, again on the track. He was a wheelchair racer from memory. So here he is. He made his major championship debut in Tbilisi. last year at the Europeans.
No.
I'm afraid that's no lift, so it's 2-1 against. Now, I'll point out he didn't register a mark in the Europeans last year, but that's nothing to worry about too unduly. So there's definitely something that he has to pick out a bit here.
So he just touched and went. He didn't stop at all on that press, on that chest, excuse me. So the rules state you must have a noticeable, discernible stop. But hopefully he'll realize what the error was and come back and fix that and keep it moving.
There's a lift challenge.
Yeah, they've decided to put a challenge in on this, by the way.
Last lift.
He was a really good T54 wheelchair racer and a major championship medalist in para-athletics. The T54s are the strongest and the fastest wheelchair racers. They've got massive upper body strength. So let's see if his upper body strength will help here. So the referees will review it. They watch it back again to see if there's anything new that they want to pick up. And then they can vote again. They can elect to change their point of view. They haven't changed their view, so that's that. So no lift for Alex Adelaide. It was 2-1 against. So they probably felt there was a little bit of leeway, a little opportunity that they might have gone and had a little look at that and thought, actually, you know what? But it hasn't worked out that way. So here's a man who we've seen a lot of this year. It is his major championship debut as an adult competitor. Gold in the Youth Para-Pan American Games in Bogota in June. His last event as a junior, as a next-gen athlete. Also gold in Veracruz in the last World Cup to be held before the World Championships. The last full World Cup was another event in Renteria near Santiago a couple of weeks ago, which was more of a build-up event, but not a test event for the Para-Pan Ams, which will be in nearby Santiago. So he's aiming here for 135. Adelaide went for the same mark, who had been thinking earlier of 140, but Adelaide went for 135, didn't get it. Gonzalez has decided to stay at 135. Cuba sent a very big team to St. Louis for the Americas Championship last year, and for 135 Gonzalez has a good lift, and he's had nothing to worry about there. That was real proper quality from him, so he now hits the front. We've only had 2 misses in Group B so far and very few in the 2 previous groups. Everybody's got a mark in today. That's the important thing to say. So this maintains that good progress.
Absolutely solid lift. Straight up, nice stop on the chest, no issues, no concerns, and he knows it. Gets up with a nice smile. Great job, nice work from Cuba.
He's done brilliantly. So to wrap up Group B, we've got 2 major campaigners, 2 big major championship medalists. Nando Tunkel is the first of them, and you remember that we have had 4 years growing Hungarian teams. That's because Eger was such a great popular stop-off point in the international circuit, held regular World Cups every 2 years. And Nando Tunkel has definitely benefited from that. European silver in 2015, bronze Rio 2016 at the Paralympic Games. A plethora of high finishes, gold in the Tbilisi World Cup 2 years ago, bronze across town in the Dubai World Cup 2 years ago from the Power Station Club. Zalagrici is based in Peter Virago, the national team coach, who has been a very important coach for him for very many years. So Nando Tunkel going for 142 in the lead. Now, has he got that? He has. Well, a man of his experience and starting at something like 142, yeah, you'd expect him to get it. He has done it, and he is in the lead for Hungary. Leads on 142, want to go in this group, and then it gets even bigger in terms of Group A, which will be in an hour's time. Nando Tunkel, well clear, well confident as well with that.
That was great. Complete stop on the chest, straight up, no issues. He got up confident. He knew he had that. Excellent, excellent attempt.
Well, we go from a European Championship silver medalist to the reigning African champion, Hajamel Bayor, taking gold in Cairo in one of the national indoor stadiums, 6th of October City in Cairo last year. Paralympic Games, 7th last time out, 8th in the last World Championships in Tbilisi, 6th in the last Europeans. In the open section, silver medalist in the Ego World Cup in 2017. The man from Ascara and his national coach Mohamed Salah Benatia is on stage with him. It is Haj Ahmed Bayor, the African champion, and he's going for 143. And this is where, at this stage, we're seeing the big names come in, and it says a lot that they're coming in Group B. So here he comes, and he's such a familiar figure, and particularly that great success that he had in Cairo last year, which was really nice championships, I have to say. And that is a good lift. That is a good lift by Haj Ahmed Bayor. And it's 3 white lights, and he's into the lead. 143 that was. Good work, good lift. And Bayor is not just on the board, but right now he is on top of it.
Excellent. Straight up. Hold nice and tight at the top. No head movement. Really just great technique. Nicely done.
Yeah, that was really, really well done by Haj Ahmed Bayor. And it's a lot to appreciate in how he did that. As we go into round 2. And here's Yerbalak Karabay. He's now been well introduced. He's so keen to get out there. And why not? He cleared 120 in the opening round. We've only had 2 misses out of the opening attempts in Group B. Nobody wiped out, so that's good news. Bezra Duman watching in the shadows. World Championship silver medalist in Tbilisi 2 years ago. And, hey, bronze in the Paralympics as well, Bezra Duman has. If I'm not mistaken, competing later today, as we've got 2 of the lighter women's categories coming up. So, Yerbalak Karabay, 124. And that too is a good lift for Yerbalak Karabay.
He makes good fast work of that. Gets on, does what he has to do, bring it down, stop, bring it back up, and move on. Nice job. Really great work.
So the return of Mikhail Agailikov continues for Turkmenistan. Cleared 120 in the opening round, going for 125 now. He's always a really good campaigner in his day, and then his day basically just stopped for 8 years, but he's back now. First time he's competed internationally since then. And good to see from a Turkmenistan point of view.
Taking his time to get set up, looks great.
So, Agailikov, that buzzer was for the 1 minute. Oh, it's no lift, it's 2 against. Both in the press sequence from the centre and the right-hand side referee. And Agailikov, well, he's given that a good whack. Didn't quite get it from 2 angles. So in terms of the right side referee, that's Ronika Kuchtova. We're actually right behind her, so we have her angle.
So we see he heaves it off the chest. So that's what we call a heave. The bar almost comes back a little bit, and so he's using not just the shoulders and the triceps and the chest and the back, he's heaving it, and that's why he got those 2 red lights. He'll come back and get that. It's really sometimes where the bar is placed, or perhaps his shoulder blades need to be a little tighter. He'll get that.
So again, a reminder, if you're joining us for the first time, if you've not been with us so far this week, this is the first elite senior competition of the week. A couple of new additions to the competition. There is a total lift, but the champions are still crowned with the best lift as usual. And there is a legends competition now, which is for seniors, which is basically for those above the age of 40. Nishizaki is in that category. So he currently is on 122, and he is leading the Legends category. The Ultimate veteran Hiroshi Miura is currently in silver in that 118. There are further Legends athletes to lift, but because Farman Basha has missed his first, then out of pure mathematics, the fact that Miura has got all of his lifts in, he is not going to be knocked off the podium. There is 1 Legends lifter in Group A, that is Zheng Yu. There are 2 in this group, but only one of them, this man at the moment, is able to overhaul in terms of total lift Miura. And Miura can get on the main Legends podium as well if somebody suffers a wipeout, bombs out, no mark registered from their 3 lifts, which is not something you'd want to wish on anybody, but this sport can be very cruel at times. This is Nishizaki again, 127. And that too is a good lift. Well, he's made really good increments here. He's going to start at 120, start at 122 instead, then got 127. He leads overall in terms of the total lift, and he is 6th in terms of the best lift, where the champions have always been crowned and still are. Nice move by Nishizaki for Japan.
Still, the timing a little fast, but because he controlled it on the way down, held it on the chest, controlled it on the way up, it's a good attempt. Nicely done. Really beautiful there.
Farman Basha coming now. Well, what a career this man has had. And almost seems every time we mention India, we mention about how much improved they are and claiming their first major championship medals. And Now you're always seeing them on the leaderboard. It was only last year that they were on an Asia Oceania Championship medal table for the very first time. Oh, good Levens. Oh dear, that'll hurt. That will hurt. Well, that is very unfortunate. I have to say that's caused a problem. He's obviously going to need to be helped out. I think in this situation, yes, there's going to be a doctor who's going to have to come in, and additional coaches come in and join them as well. One of the national team coaches, I'm afraid to say, that did come down on him. We're not liable to see that again.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight that just came down on him. We just hope that he's able to get up and feel well.
Well, he'll be given a lot of time, obviously. That is very, very unfortunate. That was an attempt of 128. And he had missed in the opening round as well. And, well, now we'll have to think about whether he can come back out. So in terms of what happened, he was on the upswing, and then it just slipped, and it just kind of... Now, he was holding his shoulder. The bar didn't come down on his shoulder. It came down on towards the top of his ribs. If it's anything other than a retirement from the competition, he'll be doing very well. That is very unfortunate for Farman Basha. He has not registered a mark up to this point. That was his second attempt. Ah, that's a big pity. Well, you can only wish him the best from that.
He's back with the medical crew and his own medical from his team, which is really going to be useful for him. Most unfortunate.
Now, he's definitely strained his shoulder, but I will reiterate, the bar did not come down on his shoulder. It was lower than that. Very unfortunate for him. Alex Adelaide now for France, and he's staying on his path. 135 he missed, he's going for 140 now. As I say, he was a really good wheelchair racer, particularly being a T54, because you only win medals in that if you are very, very good. It is massively competitive. Thailand have got some tremendous racers, so much so that they can't. You can only have a team as big as you're allowed. There's only about 3 that you're allowed to enter per competition, and they've got about 5 or 6 who are really good. And then you've got the best right now is T54, is Marcel Hoog, who's won, I think, the last 6 Olympic titles in a row. So that's just being mopped up a bit for Alex Adelaide, who's slipped across to powerlifting and looking to make his impact now in this sport, having medalled in wheelchair racing.
Yeah, it looks to be that he felt there was too much chalk in the knurling, and so when you hold it, you feel like your hand's going to slip. So he asked for it to be wiped down. Good decision for the lifter. Now he feels he's going to have a better grip.
Well, here he comes for 140. So trying to iron out the issues from last time. And unfortunately not. So it's 2 and against, and the press sequence from both. So he misses out on both, and he is denied, unfortunately. So that's 2 he's missed out on. That's tentative. Farman Basha, by the way, is withdrawn from the rest of the competition Unfortunately, that's not a surprise after the injury picked up last time, so he does not register a mark. And we'll just watch this back first.
Pretty much same issue as last time. It's a heave. You touch the chest, you go straight up. If the bar starts to circle back, that's what's considered a heave. You're using other body parts to move the bar, and that is a red light. He looks a bit confused as to what is not going well.
Yeah, he's obviously getting the lift and he's getting it raised. It's just not cleanly enough, and obviously an able-bodied powerlifting, and if you're just lifting yourself in the gym, the rules are going to be very, very different. So Farman Basha, while Mohamed Akhtar gets ready, the European champion here. Farman Basha is out. He doesn't register a mark, and that means Hiroshi Miura wins a medal in the legend competition, and he wins a medal in the total lift also. And that means in terms of the Legends podium, Tetsuo Nishizaki of Japan also does. And if there's any successful lift from Zheng Yu, who's looking for the main set of medals anyway, Zheng Yu will also be on that podium. But the medal ceremonies for those, and the medal ceremonies for the overall total lift, they're not on this stage. The only presentation on this stage will be for the traditional gold, silver and bronze. All the other new medal ceremonies will be in a different area, the plaza, the atrium in this Hilton Al Abdur City Hotel in Dubai. So here he comes then. For Turkey, Mohamed Akhtar going for 140. He cleared 100. Oh, dear me. Okay. This is extraordinary. I've never seen this before. 2 out of 3. Oh dear. Well, I think this has been the most unfortunate session in this sport that we've seen. 2 injuries in quick succession for the European champion Mohamed Akhturk. He has been stretchered away, so he's going to hospital, there's no doubt about that. Farman Basha picking up a shoulder injury before that. So he is out for the rest of the competition. Needless to say, Akhturk is as well. And that was within a couple of lifts of each other. And it is extraordinary. It's something that I don't think any of us have ever seen. I certainly haven't. think all of us together will have seen pretty much every competition there's been for the last 10 years, and I can only recall once one athlete picking up an injury on the bench, and well, our best wishes to Farman Basha and Mohamed Akhtar. We continue with Pedro Adao of Angola, the African Championship bronze medalist, 140. So that's a good lift for him. He gets 2 out of 3. And as we resume, Pedro Adao successful with 140, and he has done really well with that.
Exceptionally
Very well
well,
done.
considering he's been waiting around and probably his muscles got a little cooler. That was really fantastic to come out, hit his stride, just get in there, push that bar straight up, wait on the commands, rack and load. Nicely done.
Yeah, he's been primed for 10 minutes, and he was ready. He had to stay ready and find a way to keep ready. Our best wishes to particularly Mohamed Akhtar of Turkey. That looked quite nasty, but he'll be looked after now. Farman Basha of India as well, also withdrawing. So we move on, and this is Emmanuel Gonzalez of Cuba. 135 he got in the opening round. This is for 140. I suppose we take for granted a lot in this sport, the ability to lift tremendous weights and it looking easy, and I think we've had a reminder this morning, it is never ever easy. So 140, Gonzalez here for Cuba, the Youth Pan Am champion. He's had a very good year to date. That gold in Veracruz as well, in front of really big impressive crowds at the World Trade Center there. I like Monday night here, huge crowd for the opening ceremony, and then the crowds kept going in Veracruz all week, which was nice to see. So 140 for Gonzalez there, and that too is a good lift. Well, that's really good by Emmanuel Gonzalez. Obviously everybody, the best one in the world, has had their schedule thrown off with the unfortunate happenings in this round. But he's got his lift through. He's kept his concentration up, which is literally the only thing you can do in this situation.
And perfect execution. Brought it down, nice and great timing on the way down, nice and tight on the chest, great timing on the way up. Well done. Great lifter.
So now Haj Ahmed Bayor coming out, 146 he's going for, the African champion. He's got a lift of 3, a rise of 3 compared to the previous round. Nana Tunkel is yet to go. Bayor was leading Tunkel by 1, well he still is. Just to increase it to 4. And then Tunkel will immediately have his say. So, middle attempt, going for 146. So he's well ready. 146 for Bayor. And he's added 3 on. And that is a good lift. He's looking that way. He's done really well with that. Gives him a total of 289, by the way, which obviously has him way up in the gold medal position right now.
Perfectly executed, straight up. Nice stop. Well done.
Yeah, he's done really well. So Nando Tunkel here, a leap of 8. This to put him into the lead. Twice a major championship medalist at European silver in 2015 in Lexin in Russia, the Paralympic bronze in Rio Centro for 2016.
The bar is now loaded. For their second attempt, representing Hungary, Nando Tunkel.
Well, this is a chance of taking the lead, of taking a big advantage, of leaping above Bayer to go in front. So he's ready for it, and a chance to make a big leap up here. So Nando Tunkel, 150. Powerful effort. We may be going to the flags here, I think. Here we go. He's watching and waiting to see what he gets, and he gets 3 white flags. So that is a good lift for Nando Tunkel. And he takes the lead. He slips past Bayer by 4. He also leads now in terms of the total lift by 3. Did well.
And look at that drive, straight off the chest. Just kept driving it until he gets to the top, locks it out and waits. Really, really textbook, nicely done.
Going into the 3rd round now.
Please lower the bar to rack to 126 kilograms, rack height 2.
It will be interesting to see a movement around that we're definitely going to see in this final round of lifting. And this is Group B, remember. Group A, by the way, has been put back 10 minutes because of the injuries that have been accrued. Very unfortunately so. So the final round in Group B, Yerbalak Karabai of Kazakhstan coming up for 126. So here he comes, Karabai 126. He's gone for it, and he had loads of time to spare. He was such full of confidence going into it, and he gets a good lift, Karabai. 126, total lift of 370. He's got all his marks in. And for the America's Open silver medalist from last year in St. Louis, that's great.
Well done. Just really, again, textbook straight up, racked it, confident in himself, great smile, he earned it.
Mekhan Agailikov now for Turkmenistan, nation that hosted the Asian Indoor Games. The most recent edition of that, actually, 6 years ago in Ashgabat. Latest edition, obviously much delayed because of the interruption to all sport by COVID. That added to the fact that we haven't had the Asian Games in the interim. It's moved back to 2023. Another thing I meant to mention, by the way, you'll notice spectators from our viewpoint behind the stage as well. Now there's a circular stage, something which is introduced for the Veracruz World Cup. The idea of having sort of a lifting island in the middle of the auditorium, so it's being held in the round. Good chance that's how it's going to be at the Porte de la Chapelle mega sports complex in Paris, where there are going to be lots of sports taking place simultaneously in the various sports halls of that huge convention center. So Agailikov going for 128. He's missed his second one. He's got his third one. Gets 128, leaps back above Karabai again, and for the moment Nishizaki, which is a good result for him.
Came in super confident. He really just took that bar, took control, straight down, complete stop on the chest, straight up, and ready to rack. Nicely done, really nicely done.
Well, for Japan now, who are well represented in this competition, no doubt about that. This is Tetsuya Nishizaki, who's in the Legends category. He is leading the Legends category with his lift of 130. Currently in the silver medal position in Legends, Hiroshi Miura. He will stay on the podium, Miura. It will be at the age of 58 and in his 6th World Championship. Miura's first World Championship medal, and actually, I think we can say the same for Nishizaki. 4th in the last Asian Games in Jakarta in 2018. He was 6th and 5th across the last 3 Asia-Oceania Championships. A couple of 6th places, the 5th place. But he is going to get Legends medals here, and at the moment he's in the lead in that. If he gets this, he goes above Miura in terms of the total lift. But Nishizaki and Miura will stay in the overall podium. That's because Farman Basha has not picked up a mark, and he is not lifting in this 3rd round. Here he comes. 130. He's got it. Good lift. Good lift. So he's got all his marks in. He goes into the gold medal position in terms of the Legends total. He's leading the Legends category anyway, thanks to his earlier marks. Goes further out in front. There's only one to lift in the Legends category, and that'll be Zheng Yu in Group A. And by the way, you don't have to be lifting for 20 years to be a legend. It's the name of the weight division and nothing more.
Straight up, straight back, really nice. He kept his eyes right on that bar and told it where to go, along with his arms, of course. Nice job.
For their 3rd attempt representing France, Alex Adelaide.
Alex Adelaide coming now. So he needs to get this. He's been missing out with his previous efforts. Farman Basha and Mohamed Akhtar are unfortunately not lifting in this third round. So Adelaide coming now with a lift of 141. So he's been having problems and a few technical problems.
He really needs to dig deep and just put that bar straight up. Time it on his chest. He can do it.
Alex Adelaide, 141. We'll see how he did on that press there. I'm not sure it was perfectly even on the way up, but we'll see what he's given. Yeah, I'm afraid it's all three against him. No lift, and actually the stop sequence voted by a couple, the press as well. And he, just like the Europeans last year, doesn't register a mark. That is unfortunate.
There you go. There's a double bounce and just not a long enough stop. So in this sport, as we say, you must have the bar motionless on your chest. If you just kind of not even pause, but barely stop and go, that's going to get you a red light. He really had a valiant effort. Unfortunately, not a lot to show for it.
So next up, for Angola, the African Championship bronze medalist, with the African champion currently in second place. Here comes Pedro Adao. What a really, really good success that was in Cairo last year. So Pedro Adao going for 142. He's got all of his lifts in so far, and he won't get that one. That wasn't going to go far.
He had issues on the chest sequence as well.
Yeah, it's no lift. Yeah, that's right. Actually, the votes were coming through for the chest sequence. I see now as they're coming up, but the press sequence interrupted, so that terminated the lift anyway. Actually, I will say, perhaps in terms of what's happened earlier in the competition, anybody who's struggling now, then the lifts will be terminated early. He wasn't going to get further than that. A lot of the time he'll struggle to lift it up, but the spotters were told there and then to come in. It wasn't going to progress. Lifts terminated there. It was already going to get voted down. He could try and continue pushing it up, but in the current circumstances and the atmosphere right now, that's not continuing.
Exactly. As soon as the bar starts to drop down, those spotters and loaders are going to grab it, which is what happened, and rightly so. Valiant effort.
Through to go in Group B, and it is Gonzalez of Cuba. Well, his mark so far have been impressive. 135, 140, and he's leaping up 6 kilos here to 146.
So we see he's wearing a weight belt. Oftentimes that's used for breathing to ensure that the breath is pushed up into the stomach area and you can hold it, push it up into your chest. So some athletes like that.
1 minute remaining.
Well, Gonzalez has had a terrific competition up to this point. And it continues. Good lift, 2-1 in his favour. Oh, he's pulled it off. That's excellent. That helps him a lot too in terms of the road to Paris. 146. Well put away.
Straight up. Locks it out. Drives it up. Well done. Really nice. Nice job.
The bar is now loaded for their third attempt representing Algeria. Hajj
So the man who led after the opening round, but he's been overtaken since. And actually, in terms of the path he's going for, this is a leap of 2 kilos. So obviously, he started off quite close to where he feels his limit is today. So Mohamed Salah Benatia, his coach, with the final priming, the final explanations.
One minute remaining.
Here he comes. He's done a good job with that. In terms of getting it raised at the very, very least. And now, did he do it cleanly enough? He did. There was no doubt about that, to be honest with you. That looked really, really good. He sold that lift well. He was in control all the way through, and it just looked right.
Great job. Straight up. Good drive. Locks out. Puts it back. And that smile on his face says everything. He knows he did well and he earned it. Great
This
work.
concludes Group B for the next 29 kilogram category. Our next session begins in 11 minutes.
Well, I can also tell you that Nando Tunkel has declared at 150 he is not going to have his final lift either. So Tunkel ends on 150. Haj Ahmed Bayo 148. And Emmanuel Gonzalez goes up in the third spot with 146. So Farman Basha, Alex Adelaide didn't register a mark. Basha's competition ending early. As we go through some of the highlights so far, we'll be back with further competition in around 10 minutes' time. So, this is Group A, the
Ladies and
men's
gentlemen,
49 kilo,
please prepare
and
for athletes
you will
present.
notice there are 9 names
Coaches,
here
There's no more changes allowed for the
instead of
first
10.
attempt.
One of the men we were supposed to see in this group, Rafa Rock,
Let's meet our
is
athletes for the men's
now
up
been
to
withdrawn.
49
He did not make it to the weigh-in, so officially he's been disqualified. So we have 9 in this group, and we're going up to 172 for Lee Van Kong. So no Rafa Rock, I'm afraid, for Poland. And here are the 9 who are looking for the top weights.
Colombia.
Pavan Momedov from Azerbaijan. Oh, what a competitor he's been. Johnny Morales from Colombia.
Representing India,
Pamjit Kumar
Ramjit.
from India.
Representing China,
For China, it's Zheng Yu, who's the last of the Legends competitors. So he's got an additional set of medals, actually 2 additional sets of medals to aim for, with the total lift now coming in as well as the Legends. For Turkey, Abdullah
representing Indonesia,
Kayapina.
Hadi.
Hadi
Representing
for Indonesia.
Vietnam, Kong Van.
Lee Van Kong for Vietnam.
Representing Iraq,
172 is the attempt that he holds. World record of 183.5. We'll also see Muslim El Sudani of Iraq
And representing Jordan,
going for 166.
Omar Sami Hamade Kowanda.
Now what a man this is. Amar Karada for Jordan.
Ladies
The
and
Asia
gentlemen, your athletes
World
for the men's
and Paralympic
49
champion.
kilogram category, Group A.
This is a strong field. This is a very strong field. Heading into Group A. And this should be quite spectacular. And they'll be coming underway very shortly.
Let's find out who our referees are for this session.
So, as is now the case, for separate groups, we have a separate set of referees.
And let's meet our
And the
officials
chief
for this
referee
session.
will be Mahmoud El Shabani of Egypt.
Our officials for this session, chief referee from Egypt,
So,
Mahmoud El Shabani.
Mahmoud El Shabani is our centre referee after a fine championships in Cairo, the African championships in October of last year. Kim Young-jung of Korea, the left side referee, and the right side referee is Nikolaos Kazantsis of Greece. Here Cifarelli, the technical controller for Italy, Zita Giecko, the technical delegate for Hungary.
And they're in the back warming up. Most of the athletes are warming up 80 to 90% of what they're going to open with. Some of them will go up to their opening attempt, and then they'll put on jackets, towels to stay nice and warm, to keep those muscles nice and flexible. To get started, let's go. 1 minute, 16 seconds.
Well, it's been a very long competition. It began at 10 a.m. Actually, it didn't. It began at 9:30. It's even longer than I thought. We we are left with 9 to realistically contest the medals. And we have a lot of the best names around. Obviously, quite a few of those. Continental champions and so on, we've already seen in Group B. And sadly, the European champion and the African bronze medalist both coming a cropper.
To start off our men's 49 kilogram category Group A, from Colombia, joining Andres Morales Gonzalez.
So, it's been a little bit, oh, hey, here's somebody very keyed up. Johnny Morales coming out for 145, and boy is he keyed up. The Colombian is really well primed for this. The America's champion, remember, the Pan Am silver medalist. Colombian champion, but I suppose that goes without saying. The very, very eventful America's Championship. That was back during the few months.
1 minute remaining.
And there were a number of ties possible in international championships, which are no longer not possible. If you weren't with us for those last year, I wouldn't worry about that. So Morales gets the gold in the America's Championship, and what can he get here? Starting off with 145. So here he comes, 145. And that is a good lift. 2-1 in his favor. Fabulous. Now he doesn't take the lead, he goes in the 4th spot. He's got 3 men above him from Group B, who he's going to try and jostle out of the way. But you look at all that he's won in his career, the America's champion, and he is showing why he is.
Just perfect execution, straight up, locked out. A lot of extra energy he's got. He's going to come back and drive that into his 2nd attempt. Really great attempt, really great.
Another man who is tremendously impressive. Parvin Mamedov. Coming out for Azerbaijan, the former European champion, 2018 in Bergsumer. Top 8 finisher all the way in his 3 World Championships. He was 6th last time out in Tbilisi. When he went back there last year for the Europeans, he was 5th. Dethroned, but Paralympic bronze in Tokyo 2 years ago. A winner in the World Cup circuit. His regular coaches for a few years have been Ilkar Ibishov and his father, Razim Mamedov.
1 minute remaining.
So it's a chance to leap up to, again, 145. Now, Morales got to 145 first. Mamedov, by matching it, will slot under him. That's how the head-to-head is decided now. That is a good lift. So that's precisely what's happened. So 145 for Mamedov. So traditionally, it was in terms of body weight. If you went level with someone, if your body weight was lower, then you got the nod on the head-to-head. So last year that was changed, and there would be a head-to-head lift. That was optional, no one did it. Then it was mandatory, everyone did it, and there were still ties. So now whoever gets there first, like in weightlifting, that is your weight. So Mamedov goes there 2nd, so it's not his weight, it's that of Morales. But Mamedov cleared that very well.
Well, very well done. That was easy. He's got a lot more in the tank. He'll probably go up a good amount next.
Ramjeet Kumar comes up now. he's going for 150. The first man from India to win a World Championship medal, a bronze 2 years ago. He'd been ninth previously in 2019 when it was held in Astana in Nur Sultan. Asian Games bronze last time out. An Asian Championship bronze in Pyeongtaek in Korea last year. From Manipur, Parmjit Kumar, 150, and this would see him go alongside Nano Tunkel, so he would be under him, going to second place. Tunkel would lead on 150, Parmjit Kumar would be second on 150. And he's got it, good lift. Parmjit Kumar, 150. That was really, really well done.
Really nice job. Down straight on the chest, straight up, waits for the command. Really nice. Great arch on his back, gives him a lot of height. Really nice. The higher the chest is, the less distance you have to move the bar. So very fortunate for him, he can do that. Great.
Should point out as well, that's a new Legends Asian record for Parmjit Kumar.
The bar is now loaded. Representing China for their first attempt.
And it may only last a couple of minutes. Here comes Zheng Yu. Now, he is aiming for a Legends World Record and a Legends Asian record. So he's going strong for 162. This is a major start for this man from China. So Zheng Yu. Now, he didn't register a mark in the Asian Championships last year. Asia Oceania silver in 2018 and World Championship bronze in 2019. But the man is now 47 years old, so he's in the Legends group. From the Liaoning Club, born in Panjin. So here he comes, a chance to get a new Legends World Record of 162 and to put himself well in contention for the gold medal. The world record is his. Zheng Yu sets a new Legends World Record. 2-1. What a fabulous lift by Zheng Yu. So there's still 5 to lift after this, but he has gone in big early on. That was a super lift.
Straight up. Excellent. That really was a super lift. You couldn't really ask for better. That's textbook. And he locks it out with definition.
For their first attempt, representing Turkey,
Well, he's done so impressively there as we move on now to the silver medalist behind Muhammad Aktak, the European champion, whose competition unfortunately ended early here. Abdullah Kayapina, the European silver medalist, 2 championships in a row. And he's ready for more here. Eighth in his last World Championships in 2019. 5th in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. So here he is, wading in at 165, and obviously the bar for him doesn't have to travel as far. How's he done with that? The man from Sivas has got it. What a fine lift by Abdullah Kayapina. Thoroughly, impressively done.
Great job. Straight up. Locked bout. Wrist a little flexed on the way up, but he's able to maintain and control it. Nicely done.
For his first attempt representing Muslim.
So next up for Iran, it's Muslim Al-Sudani. Well, another visit to Dubai for him. We last saw him across town in the regular Dubai Club for the People of Determination in the World Cup Christmas week in December. The World Junior Champion from 2 years ago, and actually took gold in the African Open Championships in Qatar in October. Iraq did not compete in the Asia Championships. He was 4th in the last World Championships. So he is a big contender for glory here. 4th in Tbilisi in the last Worlds. And it's been non-stop success in his career. And he's wading in as the joint 3rd heaviest here. And he's going in first at this weight. The junior world record holder. Which he's obviously left behind him. Has he left 166 behind him? Oh no, it's the stop sequence, all 3 against him, he didn't get it. He's missed out. Oh dear. And
Yeah.
Al-Sudani is denied.
He moved rather quickly off his chest. The bar has to stop completely. Doesn't have to stay there for long, but it has to stop completely. And he just kind of what we call a touch and go. He will come back and get it. Super strong, gentlemen.
It's Hadi of Indonesia. He's ready already. Hadi, who won gold in Tbilisi in the World Cup in April. The Southeast Asian Games silver medalist last year. And they have had, I think they've had another version of the Southeast Asian Games since then. That was his championship debut. This is his global championship debut. At 160, he won in Tbilisi. And it's no lift for Hadi. It's the stop sequence that has thrown him asunder this time. And no success. Wow.
Same error as the lifter before, just too fast on the chest. That's part of the thing that makes the sport so technical. The bar must be held motionless between the eccentric and concentric phase. So opposed to a rep, just up and down, you have to stop and control it. And that makes you get a good lift or not. Or one of the things anyhow. Got a lot of power though. He'll come back and he'll get that. Looks a little surprised as to what happened.
Yep, bad luck from his point of view, and there's 2 to go.
For his first attempt representing Jordan, Omar Sami Ahmed.
Well, this is set up in some ways as a big 5-way battle, in other ways as a big 2-way battle. And this is One of the ultimate men to beat all week. The reigning Asian, world, and Paralympic champion for Jordan, Omar Karada. Gold in Tokyo. A real peak of his career. Gold last time out in Tbilisi in the Worlds, and it's been such a happy venue for him. He's happy to keep going back to World Cups there, and he's been in loads of World Cups here, and he wins everywhere. Is he going to win here? He's leading now, 171, Omar Karada. Oh my days! What an entry, and he's gone in so high. He's within 12.5 kilos of the world record already. The two-time world champion looking for his third.
Straight up, beautiful lift. Locks out, racks out, and on his way gives the audience a kiss because he knows he's done it. Great job. There he is. Nice job.
Yes, what a powerful achievement there. And now we're going to see something similar from the reigning world record holder, Lee Van Kong, 183.5 in Mexico City. Glory days those were for him at the World Championships in Mexico. And this for the lead. By one of 172. Gold in the Asian Para Games last year, but edged out for gold by 2 kilos by Karada a year ago in the Asian Championships in Pyeongtaek. He's such a brilliant strong man in his own right, and he's looking for the heaviest weight. He's got it! And he's got the lead for Vietnam, Lee Van Kong. Oh, what a brilliant lift. What a fantastic lift. And what a lead by one, Lee Van Kong for Vietnam. Game on!
And his coach got so excited he left to go put the attempt in and had to give him his wheelchair. Great job. Just great job. Straight up, locked out, and waiting for the command to rack it. Really nice. What a pretty lift.
What an opening round that was. So we've got so many top champions here. And here's the America's champion, Johnny Gonzalez. We've seen the European champion already, the African champion already, the Youth Pan Am champion. Southeast Asian champion had his big lift in. And the world champion is up there with him. The Paralympic champion is up there with him. Johnny Gonzalez going for 148. And he is aiming for a new America's record to break the mark of João França Jr. 146 set in Nur Sultan, Astana at the World Championships 4 years ago. That was 146. This is 148. And an attempt at a new America's record.
One minute remaining.
So for a new America's record, it's lasted for 4 years. And this to add 2 kilos onto it, so he's not going by minimum margins or anything like that. Going massively. He would step up in the table as well. It is a new America's record for Johnny Morales. Awesomely done. What a lift. And the man from Cali is searching for his first global medal. Johnny Morales climbs up into 7th place. He is, well, he's still 17 kilos away, but there are chances certainly in the total lift, and Johnny Morales produced the goods there in some sensational fashion. Oh, what a lift.
Excellent. Straight up, locked out, absolutely textbook beautiful. No errors whatsoever. Great job.
Oh, magnificent. It's celebration time in the best possible way. Pavan Mammadov coming out now. The former European champion in 2018. We have lost another European champion in Rafa Rock, the double European champion 2003-2007, who, because he didn't arrive for the weigh-in, certainly not on time, he does not start. That's a pity. So, big one coming. 150, Pavan Mammadov, Azerbaijan, all primed, all set, raring to go. No lift, I'm afraid, this time, though. Well, my word, it didn't pay off this time, and he misses out.
Yeah, he didn't lock out completely. He went up, and he stayed still, and then he pushed after a second push. It's one fluid motion off the chest, straight up. See, he slows down, locks, and then tries to lock it out completely. Nice try. He'll come back and get that. And you could see he knew it.
The bar is held for their second attempt, representing India, Kumar Parmjeet.
Parmjeet Kumar, 150 done. Going now for 155. He lies in 5th place, and he would stay there with it because 162 is 4th. So, well, he knows his limits. So Parmjeet Kumar, 155. The first Indian to lift a powerlifting medal. Pretty sure we actually have had all the champions in this from all the continents. Southeast Asian champion as well, obviously, with Lee. And that is a good lift. How good is that? How good is that? He's cleared at a 155. He takes the lead in terms of the total lift as well. He's moving on up.
Really nicely done. You see him consulting with the coach to decide what to put in next, remembering that on the third attempts, everyone can change their attempts twice. This is the time frame then where the top 3 to 5 athletes are trying to get into medal contention, and that's why they may change last minute.
Well, we move on to Iraq and Muslim Al-Sadani, and he, the reigning African Open champion, so he lifted heavier than the African champion Hajat Melbeor, world junior champion from 2 years back, junior world record obviously is mentioned, and 4th in the last world championships. Something he'll have thought about. Once or twice since then. So Al-Sadani coming now. He missed out, by the way, by 3 kilos. Parmjit Kumar beat him to it for the bronze medal. And that's a good lift. That's a very good lift. Basically the top 5 from 2 years ago are here again, and Hadi has tried to nestle in along with them. Muslim Al-Sadani clears 166, and he gets it at the second time of asking.
That was so much cleaner, straight up, just locked out perfectly. No concern as to moving to the back, the bar moving, just straight up and back, and he knows it. Look at that smile, nicely done. Great job.
How impressive. So now, they're certainly beginning to get some successes in. Here comes Zheng Yu of China, and again, if he gets this, it is another new Legends world record, but he wants a medal. Zheng Yu, 153 at the last World Championships in the opening round. He didn't get any mark after that. Asia Oceania silver. In 2018, actually, no mark in Pyeongtaek last year. Bronze in the 2019 Worlds. Asia Oceania silver as well in 2018. But 5th in his last World Championships. And he missed out by 5 kilos there with Karada, Lee Van Kong and Parmjit Kumar, the 1, 2, 3. And as mentioned, Al-Sadani was just ahead of him in 4th. 167. This is a brilliant, I would say now, 6-way battle for the medals. Zheng Yu is right in the middle of it all, aiming for another Legends world record to improve his chances of getting into the medals here. Zheng Yu, 167, gets another world record. 167. He keeps on moving on. Legends world record, Legends Asian record. And this puts him up into bronze on 167. 4 still to lift in this second round. But he's climbed above Abdullah Kayapina with this.
And he really had to push to get that up, but he did it. He stayed with it, he stayed consistent. That was not an easy lift for him, but he just pushed and pushed and locked it out. Really nicely done, especially when you're feeling a little bit of a struggle because it feels heavy. He did really nice with that.
Well, it is very much game on here. Hadi for Indonesia. Southeast Asian Games silver medalist. This is his global championship debut.
taking plenty of time to get set up just properly.
So Hardy 168, so he's keeping on his path a little bit here. He missed 166 earlier. Can you imagine if he gets this? It's going to be a massive amount of jostling for the medals. It has come to pass. It's a good lift for Hardy. He goes into the bronze medal position. The six-way fight is on. It is big. Everybody's registered a mark now, by the way. It is really and truly game on, and he now can be a world championship medalist.
And look at that smile. He knows he did well. That was an excellent attempt. Took his time, got set up, pushed it off his chest, straight up, no questions asked, locked out at the top. And he knew, I've done this. I've moved this heavyweight. Great job.
So everybody from here on in this round, lifting to get into the medals. Down in sixth right now, Abdullah Kaya-Pinar is looking to take the lead. So right now, it is a six-way battle for gold. Might not stay that way, but having claimed silver in the last two European Championships, this man is very competitive. Fifth in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo from Sivas. His regular coach is Mehmet Semih Ceylan, who will always remind you it's not always going to be the person who'll be on stage with them. Kaya-Pinar has been just tremendous. Well, he's on the way. Kaya-Pinar 173. That's a good lift as well. He's in the lead. He's in the lead on 173. Well, how about that? He was knocked down into sixth spot, and now Kaya-Pinar is in front. And there's everybody here now who may well be thinking they've got a big chance of a medal.
Absolutely confident in that lockout. Really nice. And he knew it. Great job. That's just we have these lifters that are just absolutely clean, expert lifters.
So on we go. Omar Kurada, the reigning Asian World and Paralympic champion. Asia Oceania gold by 2 kilos to edge out Lee last year. Same story in Tbilisi earlier. In the World Championships, same story in Tokyo. That's been the 1-2. Kurada 1, Lee 2 for the last 3 major championships. It had been the other way round for a few years prior to that. Kurada to take the lead again, 175 to lead by 3. Can he hit the front here? He can! He can! 3 white lights for Omar Kurada. The battle is right on now. Superb lift by Kurada. That is getting closer and closer to the world record as well.
Another straight up, locked out, perfect lift. Just unreal the amount of power behind these athletes. Great. Well done.
How fantastic by Omar Kurada. Superb. So, the former world and Paralympic champion, the reigning Southeast Asian Games champion for a 4th time, 2017 world champion in Mexico City, where he set the world record. 2016 Paralympic champion in Rio. The Asian Games champion in Incheon in 2014, doing that for the second time. Asia Oceania champion in Almaty in 2015. Such a long CV, an awesome CV. He'd love another gold medal onto it. So Lee, 176. To overtake Omar Karada by 1 kilo. And they're the top two in terms of the race to Paris as well, by the way. They'll be contesting the gold against each other there. They're doing it here. And that is no lift. Press sequence. 2 out of 3 against. The 2 side referees have voted him down on that. And that is no lift. Well, that is a big miss.
And he looks puzzled. He's not sure what happened there, but we'll take a look at the replay and see. So the bar does slide. Also, he was fast on the chest. So between both of those, he got 2 red lights.
Well, that's something that has perhaps become apparent if you're watching from a side angle. A center referee looked fine from his view. So, Karada leads at the end of this second round with 1 to go on 175. Lee Van Kong in second place on 172. Currently in third, Lee Van Kong. Abdullah Kayapina in the silver medal position on 173. So more record attempts are coming here. Johnny Morales broke the America's record in the previous round and is looking to break it again here. 151. For a new America's record. He's lying 9th. This would put him into 8th position. For a new America's record of 151. Would move him up 1 place. This has been a great competition. Well, just about everybody out of the 9 are either looking for medals or records here. Johnny Morales looking for a new America's record of 151. This is it. This is the moment. This is his time. Well, he's gone for it. How good was it? Is it another America's record? You know it is. This is something else by the America's champion. 151. It puts him high up in terms of the race to Paris as well. He goes up into 8th position because Johnny Morales. And it is a new America's record for the second time. And he's got all his marks in too. He goes into the lead in terms of the total lift. Marvelous.
So well earned. Just brought it down, controlled it. Great control in the chest. Nice stop. Pushed it up. Waited for the command. Perfect lift. Well done. Pause. Straight up. Good control. Locked it out. Nicely done.
Well, Pavel Mamedov can only try and equal what this man has done. How about that from Johnny Morales? 151. Mamedov with 145. And he's now aiming for 152. Mamedov, former European champion from only 5 years ago and who finished in the top 3 in Tokyo. And he's lying in 12th place now, and this to go up into 8th. Mamedov, who finished behind the current top 2 in Tokyo. Mamedov, he lifted 156 there, and that was good for bronze. And here 156 would have you in 5th position. He's going for 152 here, 156 or higher. His feeling isn't within him today. It is no lift on the press sequence, so he misses out on his last 2 lifts. And, well, Pavel Mamedov finishes in 12th place. The Paralympic bronze medalist 2 years ago is down in 12th.
You see, he presses it up, presses, slow, and then he just can't lock it out. And he even shakes his head while he's on the bench. I'm not going to get this. Sometimes it's good for the lifter to just try and pretend, because every once in a while you might sell the referee. But in this case, he shook his head no. He said, this isn't going to happen. Valiant try.
By the way, I want to point out very briefly about Mamedov. When he lifted 156 for bronze in Tokyo, you may well remember Omar Kurata and Lee Van Kong finished level on 173, and it was the bodyweight rule that was in play, has had been in play for many years. 173 they both lifted. Kurata was 100 grams lighter in body weight, but now the head-to-head is done. Whoever gets there first, that is your weight alone. If anyone matches you in 173, then they go into the position below you. Parmjit Kumar, 157. He's in 7th place and he's finishing 7th. This to add 2 on. He's got his own personal targets to look at. This man is finishing in 7th place. Everybody else after him is now looking for a medal. Parmjit Kumar and Mamedov, actually the only 2 in this round who are not looking for a medal or a record. Johnny Morales breaking the American record twice over. Whiskied away from João Francis Jr. of Brazil. He's had a really good campaign here, Parmjit Kumar. This to take the lead in terms of the total lift. He takes the lead in terms of the total lift, 462. And at worst in the total lift, he will finish in 4th place.
Really,
Job done.
Really nicely done. That was just fantastic. And he looks a little fatigued, but he worked hard for that. Really, really nice. Straight up, pushes underneath it, and locks it out and waits. Really nice. With definition.
So now Zheng Yu is again looking to break his brand new Legends World record. So he's lifted 162 and 167. So this is at what stakes here. He has won the Legends Gold. If he gets this, he wins the Legends Total lift. And he will definitely be on the podium in terms of the total lift, because even though there's 5 left to go, there's only 2 who have got all of their lifts in so far. So it's only Abdullah Kayapina and Omar Karada who could beat him in terms of the total lift. So Zheng Yu, the Legends Gold medalist. That victory ceremony will be in the atrium next door to here, and it won't be on the main stage here. It won't be broadcast in the usual way. Looking for his 3rd Legends World Record of the day. Can he do it? Can he guarantee himself a medal in terms of the total lift? Zheng Yu, 169. No lift, and it's the stop sequence from 2 of the 3 referees. They've both voted him down. The 2 side referees have voted him down on that. And when that happens, I think you can take it as granted that that is very much the case. Oh well, he got 2 world records today, so, well, that means a lot in terms of what we've already seen.
So what we see here, he came down fast, and then when he got to his chest, he just struggled a bit, and then it was just so hard to just get it going. Valiant effort, though, I'll tell you. If he would have just waited a split second longer on that chest, the result might have been different. But he put in good work, a good day's work today.
So, he wins bronze in terms of the Legends Total Lift. Gold in the Legends Total Lift goes to Tetsuya Nishizaki of Japan. The silver in that goes to the veteran Hiroshi Miura at the age of 58. And he also picks up a Legends Bronze. Nishizaki, the Legends Silver, and the Legends Gold goes to Zheng Yu. Hadi now for Indonesia. Everyone from here on in is looking for a World Championship medal definitively. In terms of the total lift, by the way, Paramjit Kumar still leads that 4.62. And Morales of Colombia second with 4.44. There's Gonzalez of Cuba, who is next in line for that. Anyway, Hadi. Can he do it? 171. No lift. Misses out on the press sequence, and he finishes 4th at best. Hadi is denied. Only 1 successful lift in that way. 168 in total. 168 in the middle round.
So what we see is he came down and he really touched and went. He didn't stop long enough. And I think it was because he was worried about getting it the weight up. He was tired, and so he just rushed through it. And you could see when he sat up, he knew, But anyhow, really nice try. Good work today.
Muslim El Sadani lies in 6th place. If he lifts this, he goes into the bronze medal position. He's looking to match Abdullah Khair Pinar, who's already on 173, and that is now solely his weight. So if Muslim El Sadani gets this, he goes below Abdullah Khair Pinar into bronze. Al Sadani, reigning African Open champion in Cairo last year. Well, he doesn't seem happy with it himself.
No.
He's right, no lift, stop sequence. They've all voted him down on that. Actually, I can tell you, he also got 2 votes against him on the press. So I'm afraid 166 is where he ends, and he finishes in 6th place.
Yes, so what we see is, again, kind of a stop and go, as well as he didn't lock it out completely. He has further extension than where he went. And you see it because then he's able to push it up to rack it back. So that's unfortunate. Just not his day, but still a great lifter.
Yeah, he gave that a good stab, aiming for his first senior elite world championship medal, his first global medal at this level. So now we've only 3 left to go. They are all going for gold. Abdallah Kaya-Pinar currently in the silver medal position. This for 176.
If this is a successful lift, it will be a new European record.
And he's also going for a European record. That held by Vladimir Balinets of Russia, set 4 years ago. Kaya-Pinar actually equaled it in the 2nd round, but you remember the principle, somebody got there first. So unlike athletics, let's say, or swimming, you don't get a share of the record. He would have the record all right and outright, and the gold medal, at least temporarily, if he gets this, and maybe permanently. 176 for Kaya-Pinar. Punching hard, he's got that raised. Has he done enough? This could be a huge moment in his career. Oh no, stop sequence. So 2 of the 3 voted against him on the stop. That's the 2 side referees. Our center referee, Mohamed El Shabani, has voted against him on the press. His head-on view didn't work out for him.
So he actually pushed it off with his chest, and that's going to be a red right there.
That's bold.
So it almost like a heave, but a heave with your chest. So he tried, and he just couldn't get it today. Wasn't his day. Great effort, though. He'll go back and look at the video.
Well, it is his day, because he's currently got the silver. He will get a medal. It's his first global medal for him. Now, for gold, Lee Van Kong of Vietnam. Here's the race to Paris, by the way. Kaya-Pinar is up there. He got there ahead of Lee. He's second in that. Remember, the same nationality counts of 2 entries in the Paralympic Games. So Aktürk at the moment, even though he's among the top 8 names, he's not in the top 8. Ashanti as well. But this is the battle for gold. Lee Van Kong, currently in the bronze medal position. He's finished 2nd behind Karada in the last 3 major championships, including the Asia Oceania. So, this is the time for the world record holder, the former world and Paralympic champion, to be the world champion again. 176. Can he make this work? Well, he's got it raised. So now, yes! Lee Van Kong goes into the lead, and for now, the gold medal is his, with only 1 lift remaining. That can take it away. Lee Van Kong is on the brink of being world champion for the 2nd time.
Remarkable, straight up, nice, lockout with definition. He wasn't going to let this get away from him. Nicely done.
This now concludes our session. Please remain seated for the victory ceremony.
What a terrific moment. We have 1 lift to go. Lee Van Kong, brilliant 176. So he goes into top spot. Omar Karada with the chance to wrest it away. And here he is, waiting in the wings. So Karada, the reigning world champion, looking to retain his title. He edged out Lee by 4 kilos last time. He edged out Lee in the head-to-head in Tokyo. He edged out Lee in Pyeongtaek in the Asian Championships last year. And now he's looking to do it by 1 kilo. The twice world champion, the twice Asia Oceania champion, Paralympic champion for the first time in Tokyo. How he would have loved to have done that in front of a crowd, in front of his family, friends. Well, he's got a chance to be world champion again here. Look at this man go at 177. Omar Karada has it up, and Omar Karada, no! Press sequence, 2-1 against.
Yes, his left side hit before the right. Unfortunately, the bar did not go up evenly. That's unfortunate because he had the strength. He just, one side hit before the other.
So Lee Van Kong is the world champion again.
Really great attempt though, but you see, boom, one side then the other.
This athlete concludes our session. Please remain seated.
Wow, that is astounding. And Karada finishes with the silver, and it is Lee Van Kong's turn to do the edging out. Karada the silver, Abdullah Kayapina the bronze. Sensational. You've got so many of these campaigners, and we had all the continental champions here, and the world junior champion, and the Southeast Asian champion. It is gold for Lee Van Kong, 176. Silver for Omar Karada, 175. Bronze for Abdullah Kayapina, 173. With Hadi fourth on 168. And Cheng Yu fifth on 167. What a tremendous competition. Victory ceremony's coming. So we go on to the victory ceremony then for an absolutely remarkable men's 49 kilo final. The last 4.5 hours have, I think, probably actually given us every emotion possible. Presenting the medals, General Manager of the Habtoor Palace, Christophe Mousset. Well, a competition to remember, no doubt about that, for Abdullah Kaya Pinar of Turkey, twice a European silver medalist. He was 5th in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. He was 8th in the 2019 Worlds. And now here he is as the World Championship bronze medalist, lifting 173. And he was silver, but with a couple of lifts to go. Omar Karada just edging him out of the way with 175 and then going for the final lift of 177. World champion in 2021, but this time it is the silver. And that means a reversal of the 1-2 from the last World Championships, from last year's Asia Oceania Championships, from the Paralympic Games in Tokyo as well. Lee Van Kong is the world champion again. World champion in 2017 and now world champion in 2023. Gold in Rio in the Paralympic Games. Twice the Asian Games champion. 2015 Asian champion. He's still the reigning Southeast Asian Games champion. And he is the world champion again. For Vietnam, it's Lee Van Kong. Lee Van Kong does it again, and actually he edged out Abdul Hadi to take the gold by 2 kilos at the Southeast Asian Games a couple of months ago. And here he is, world champion again. His 3rd global crown. I reckon that's his 10th major championship title. Remember, there's a few Southeast Asian Games crowns from the early teens and the noughties that have fallen off that list, but that was just sensational. I'll just give you the top 3 in terms of the total lift. Parmjit Kumar getting the gold for India. Morales the silver for Colombia with those 3 Americas records. The bronze going to Haj Almelt Bayor of Algeria, 4.37. The other 2, 4.62 and 4.44. 4th in that was Gonzalez of Cuba. The Legends gold going to Zheng Yu of China. The Legends silver to Tetsuya Nishizaki of Japan. And the Legends bronze to Hiroshi Miura of Japan. And that's the 1-2 in terms of the Legends total lift as well. And the Legends total bronze goes to Zheng Yu. We've had a couple of men, of course, as well, who didn't finish the competition through injury. And our very best wishes because of that to Mohamed Akhtar. Barman Basha back in 2 hours to the women's finals. See you then. 4 p.m. Dubai time.